The money will follow a great copywriter. The money will chase you down. But
if you want to jump into copy because you think you're going to make money, this is my personal belief, may not entirely be true. I don't think that's for the right reason. Like, money comes, but only if you're good, only if you're dedicated, only if you put in the time to learn how to be really, really good at this craft. And if you're not willing to do that, the money will probably never come. Again, a great way to get into it, though, is like bust your ass, probably take some no's, get in-house somewhere, learn from their guy, and then take and harness your energy and your skill set and grow from there. And then if 5 years, it's like, well, I still want to be a freelancer, then dude, go for it. You now have the chops and the guys to be able to execute on that. But if you're just square one, maybe not.
I'm like beaming with pride over here. I think so. Emmerich says, Kyle, you're getting angrier by the minute when you talk about jumping ship. Dude, it's these short-term greedy moves that really frustrate me, because you can do so well if you don't approach this like a chump. Like, if you come in like a professional, and how do I put this? Like I love what Rodney's saying here, because Rodney's he's in the game for 2 years. He his first year did 7 figures in sales, and he's a testament to, like, he took a monster pay cut to start his copywriting journey. I don't know if he's replaced it fully already or not. He says he has. All right, cool. So, I mean,
by a significant amount, something I didn't think was possible, by the way. Starting out.
Yeah, like, because I remember trying to talk you into it, man. I was like, you got it. I'm telling you, ignore the salary. So what you're saying here is you're speaking from experience. The money will come. So some of the rants that I do stem from these sales pitches that I see where someone says, like, I don't know, I just hate this idea of, like, make $1 million writing from a hammock, and it's like, I don't know. I get heated because it's like they come in for the wrong. You got to want to learn the craft, like that whole thing that you said earlier. Like, and I say it 100 different ways. I feel like when someone else finally says it besides me, then it's like I feel validated when it comes out of your mouth, because, like, you're a dude who did exactly, you lived the thing that I keep trying to say to people, which is, like, you have to make it about the money will follow a great copywriter. The money will chase you down. But let me back up from the mic. Have you made yourself a great copywriter?
Yeah.
Or are you still acting like a chump? Right? Like, that's the thing. The money will chase down a great copywriter. But have you actually dedicated yourself to becoming a great copywriter? That's the fucking thing that gets me heated. So I'm glad you said all the things that you just said, because I feel like I've screamed all that shit from the top of my lungs, man.
Yeah, but part of it is too, like, it's no different. If you want to become a great basketball player, right? If you want to go play in the NBA, if you're a little kid, you want to play in the NBA or in the NFL, like, what do? You just practice and you play and you shoot free throws and you do the jump shots, and you're playing before school, and then you're playing with dudes after school, and you're doing all the things to make yourself a better player so you can go to the NBA and you can play basketball. Copywriting is the same thing. It's a skill that you harness so that you can go on a professional level. So you can write a letter that someone's going to say, oh my God, like, great job. This brought in a bunch of money. Like, here's a 5 or 6 figure check or whatever that is. Like, those things are after effects of you being awesome. Like, you have to become the next, great player. You got to be Kobe. You got to be Jordan, like, whatever. Tons of great players, but you have to become that first, and then the money will follow. If you're not that, then you won't get that. You're actually going to struggle more.
I would say I want to actually even step back that statement, because I'll ask you direct. Do you think you're the MJ of copywriting?
No.
Have you made 5 figures a month from a royalty check?
Yes.
All right. And you don't have to be the MJ, but you do approach the craft with zeal, and you work on it and you work on it.
Yes, always. Even more so now, because I understand it better than I did when I started, that it's like more important for me to push and, like, just be consciously aware. Like, I heard this, like, so consciously aware. I heard this word clarity. Somebody
Mhm.
randomly was on the radio, and I was like, oh, that's a nice way of saying like easy, right? Like easy has been striked from my copy usage. I can't use words like that. So I always coming up with new ways to say eat something's easy. And I was like, and so it's like my line was like, well, nothing can give you this much clarity in the stock market. And I was like, wow, what a great way with saying easy without saying it's easy. Or it's like even my 10-year-old daughter can understand that. I was going to say something, but now I forgot my point. Whatever you just said there, blew it from me.
It was about being the MJ.
Oh, yes. I think that's actually a fallacy. Everyone's like, oh, I want to be the greatest. I want to be the greatest. I think you should strive to be the greatest, like the greatest version of yourself. But you don't have to be Clayton Makepeace. You don't have to be Mike Palmer to be wildly successful as a copywriter. Now, maybe everybody doesn't know your name. Maybe your version of wildly successful is different, and that'll probably change as you grow up. Maybe you want a little bit more time. Maybe you measure it in money. Maybe you measure it in your social life. Maybe it's a balance. Like for me, a thing that I struggled with was like, I started weighing money higher than my health. And so when it went like this, my health went down, my physique changed. I like drank more on the weekend, and I was like, I'd like recalibrate, like to bring those things back into to like get this this balance. But however you define success, just because you know, if you make $250,000 a year and you're copywriter A and you make 250 and copywriter B makes 500, maybe monetarily he's more successful for you. Maybe he writes more promos. Maybe he makes more of a sacrifice in there. But my whole point is you don't have to be Clayton, Mike Palmer, Evaldo, Kyle Milligan to be a great successful copywriter who has a very luxurious and nice career where people respect you and how you talk and this, that, and the other thing. So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So that's important.